Please excuse my unmade-up face. I thought I would share something that some people would call neurotic, some people would call aesthetically pleasing. The fact that I do this every time I buy toilet paper. People may think it's crazy, but you might have seen people take their toilet paper, their normal everyday toilet paper, a novelty in the year of 2020, but it's 3 years later, so we can have fun with it now. And to make it look like this, all I do is take the toilet paper, rip the little seal thing, do it so there's 2 squares, fold it over, fold it so that the top point goes to the bottom point, and then same on the other side, so it looks like that, and then fold it down like that. I turn my water on. Some people just take this and they put it right underneath their faucet like that, but as you can see, mine has a cute little flower design, little rose. That's because I'm using an actual wax seal, so it's cuter. So I take the thing that I would normally melt the wax in, and you can tell I've done it before. I put that in the water. I take my toilet paper, I put it right where a seal would be on an envelope, take my seal, go like that, and there you go. Some may call it neurotic, I call it aesthetically pleasing. Plus no one is ever in my bathroom, so it truly is just for me. This setup is so perfect. Let me show you. Yes, I have a lot of crap, okay, that is established, but look at these wonderful, wonderful mirror shelves. The reason that I have these is because I need to see all the things that I normally use. I don't use these essential oils as much as I should. I don't take my supplements as much as I should, but I do remember to take all my tinctures. But what I do is I have a pop socket on the back of my phone here, and all I do, boop, plop it right there. Perfect. Today is May 3rd. My song is already up for today. I don't have makeup on my face because I'm about to do it. So maybe this will be like a get ready with me. Yeah, this will be a get ready with me because I need to post me, myself, and I. Okay, I've already done my skin routine, which in the morning is just a toner, and I put on the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary, and I also use Caudalie. This is the most expensive thing that I put on my face. This is like $70, but it lasts me about a month and a half, so I'd say it's worth it. It is my favorite face cream. It says that they are against animal testing, which I would assume means that they don't do animal testing and that they are cruelty-free. And after my face cream, Coola sunscreen. Because I work at Glen Ivy at a spa, we have estheticians, which means we have skincare, which means we also sell sunscreen. And if you don't know, if you need anything for your face, I've heard this from every esthetician that I know, including the ones online, if you need anything for your face, it is sunscreen. I don't care if you're inside all day like I am. I'm usually inside all day doing massage, but for the little bit that I am outside, it helps. It helps. Anyway, I get it at a discount. I bought 2 of these during an employee sale in December. I bought 2 of these. It's May, and I'm still working my way through the second one. So really good value for money. It also helps that my job is mostly indoors, probably why I get clocked at being 20, 21 years old most of the time. There's my sunscreen, there's my skincare. Primer, I use e.l.f. I use 2 primers. I use hydrating one, putty primer. I used to use NYX. Yeah, I did just throw those down. People are just like tossing stuff. As long as it doesn't hurt it, it's satisfying. I used to use NYX. Their primer that was in a little like tube, it went from $7 to $14. Doubled in price. Why? I don't think it's worth paying that much, so I'm not paying it anymore. I use e.l.f. Today's word is donut. I have not gotten out and gotten a donut like Carrie does in her video. I am very curious. In several of her videos, she mentions a place called Donut Time. I've never heard of. We don't have that here. I live in California. We have Krispy Kreme, which is my personal favorite donut place, which is most people's favorite donut franchise here. Of course, there's the local joints. There's local donut places everywhere, little private-owned places everywhere. But you will never see a line out the door like you see for Krispy Kreme. I don't know if they have Krispy Kremes overseas. I'm not sure. My favorite donut memories are, well, I have a few favorite donut memories actually. I know this looks harsh, but I'll fix it. Well, one of them is that my grandpa always would take us. My grandparents live in Fresno, and we would go up there like 2 to 3 times a year, I want to say, when I was a kid. So I'd only see them a couple times a year, but every time was like magic, because my grandparents on my mom's side just knew how to entertain kids, and they know how to make it a fun time. My grandpa always had this incentive. He is such an early bird. I'm talking 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That man is awake. It's because he used to be a teacher, so he still runs on that body clock. Up early to go to school kind of body clock. But his incentive for us getting up early on our usually vacations from school would be to get up early enough to go on a walk to go get donuts. So I'm gonna fluff these up with this. One thing I will say about makeup, sidetracked, is I am not a fan of the feathered eyebrow look. I'm not to hate on anyone that likes it. I think it looks so dumb. It looks like you are constantly surprised. And I don't like it. I fluff these up, and yes, I will fix them. I've had my eyebrows microbladed, and I am overdue to have them filled. I just haven't gotten to it. My eyebrows are literally blonde. So without the microblading, without touching them up, you can't even see them. So then I just go in with a Q-tip and I clean up the lines a bit. That's one of my favorite memories of donuts, is always going with my grandpa. And now even when we go up there now, we always go, I get up early. It's tradition. It's tradition. If you know that line, it's from Ever After. Something about me and my mom is we always quote movie quotes. And Ever After is one of our favorite movies to quote. It's tradition. He always waves at the gate. I do use this NYX Lift and Snatch to kind of make it look like I have more eyebrows than I do. Looks a lot better. And another fond memory I have of like actual donuts is every year growing up, we would go to Laughlin, Nevada, and that is where Lake Mojave is. We would take my grandparents, my dad's parents' boat. They had a boat. Not a huge one, just a little one. If you're wondering what the sound is, I'm mixing together a bunch of things to put on my face. I'll show you in a second. We would take their boat and tow it with my dad's F-150 and drive the 5-6 hours all the way to Laughlin. I mixed together these 3 things. I mixed together the e.l.f. Glow Filter, which is like a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury one, Tarte Foundation. This thing lasts forever. I mean, you know, people complain that makeup costs so much money, but if you use it right, which is not that much, you don't need that much. And I use the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint, mix them all together on my hand. These last me for months. It's a little pricey when I have to go to the store and buy all of them, but usually they all go at different times anyway. And the e.l.f. one's not even expensive. So when we would go to Laughlin, it was usually be on one of the mornings. We used to stay at 1 or 2 hotels. It was usually the Edgewater, or I'm blanking on the name, but it was a big boat-shaped hotel. I don't know if they're there anymore because I haven't been there in years. And I remember distinctly, I think it was at the Edgewater. One of them had a little Krispy Kreme in there. It wasn't a massive size. It was just like, you know, kind of like when they put Starbucks in places, in Vons and in Ralph's and stuff. Just like a little counter type place. That's mostly warm. I don't want to talk with the water on. Where's it out? Squeeze! Beauty blending time. Anyway, what was I talking about? So yeah, nice. What are my light bulbs about? I have to call maintenance. Anyway, nice memories of donuts because we didn't get them very much because my mom was pretty healthy with us growing up. She cooked a lot of home-cooked meals. Like, that's just how the family was. We didn't go out that often. But yeah, we just didn't go out that much. And so it was a special thing whenever we would go and actually go to a place and get things like donuts. And my favorite was always whatever had sprinkles. I'm not usually a huge fan of the chocolate ones, oddly enough. I'm known for loving chocolate. Not so much the donuts. Oh, the ones that are cream-filled. Like the Boston cream pie kind of looking ones. There's like a chocolate thing on top, but inside is custard. It's so good. That's my favorite. we'll get on to why I chose the song What Baking Can Do for the word donuts. Or is it donut? Well, either way, plural, whatever, it's still donut, donuts, whatever. Time for contour. I chose What Baking Can Do. Ooh, and it still works. I've always had this, like, it looks like my hair is receding, but it's not. I've always had that. Boop, 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 boop. Never done a get ready with me before. Feels like I'm getting ready with someone. That's fun. Okay, so why did I choose What Baking Can Do for donut? Well, this one's a little more obvious because it has to do with baking. You bake donuts, don't you? You can bake donuts and you can fry donuts. You can do both. But there's not a whole lot in musical theater that has to do with baking other than waitress. I figured it was the most applicable. It has to do with making sweets and stuff in some way, shape, or form, so it fit. If you don't think it fits, I'm sorry. Imagine if I just put this all over my face. I'd look like Donald Trump. If you don't know, the song What Baking Can Do is from the musical Waitress. Oh, I didn't show you, but my concealer is, it's a concealer, but I use it for contour. And then my actual concealer is from Tarte. In the show Waitress, she finds out pretty early on that she is pregnant. She does not want to be pregnant. So the song What Baking Can Do is her kind of trying to distract herself and then kind of realizing that I can't really distract myself. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do your makeup, but this is how I do it. Yeah, while she's baking, she uses that to kind of cope with life. And then she realizes I can't really distract myself away from the fact that I am pregnant and that I am going to have a baby and I don't know what to do about it. And baking isn't really going to help that much, but I'm trying. Very strong character, I think. Goes on to do some questionable things, but darn it if it's not a great song. When I think of donuts, I think of happiness. I think of bright colored sprinkles. I think of childhood memories. Ooh, a really good donut place. Oh my god, how did I not mention it? If you've never been to Voodoo Donuts, you have to go. They are massive donuts too. They're huge. The only one that I know of is in LA, Universal Studios Walk. Going too hard. Lighten up, Cassandra. And blend, blend, blend. This is Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is my favorite setting powder. I do not put on a full face of makeup every day. Maybe that's why I go through my makeup so sparingly. Blend, 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 blend. So I am filming some videos today that I can't mention yet because this is only day 3 of Me, Myself, and I. And the song video is already posted and the rest are surprises. But there is one that I need to do wedding-like makeup for, which, oh, I just have this contour palette from Anastasia that I'm putting some of the lighter colors, the like whiter and yellowy, under my eye. I just put some powder because I learned this is one of the first places that you get wrinkles, apparently, smile line. So if you put some concealer there like I did earlier and then some of the powder, it kind of helps to make it look like you really don't have those lines. I mean, I really don't yet, but it makes you look a little younger, which I'm not afraid of aging. I just want to age gracefully. As gracefully as possible. It really is just to get ready with me because I don't have that much to say about donuts. Other than that, I love them. Silver or gold, silver or gold. I think I'll go with gold. Imagine if people had like a whole donut cart at their wedding. It'd be really fun for the kids. I feel like my videos are just all over the place. I don't really know what to say. I only have like planned things to say because I set this series up to talk about the songs from Musical May because I matched up the songs, but then some of them are so obvious that I don't really have much to say. Maybe it's just because I take too long to get ready, so I ran out of things to talk about. So I'm gonna keep getting ready because I need to actually get ready and I need to start warming up singing. That's day 3 of me, myself, and I, word donut, childhood memories, and what baking can do. I'll see you tomorrow in day 4. Bye!